So, that's your game, eh? Spend your whole life working your way up from the gutter. And the gutter moves in across the road. Since you left, my dear, seems like the whole neighbourhood has gone to the dogs.
Sorry, Julia. Oh, my head's all over the place. I know I should have told you about him. Wanted to. It's just... been living in a bubble these past 2 weeks. I knew the bubble would burst eventually, just didn't have the courage to do it myself.
Listen, I didn't come here for an apology, honey. I just wanted to see how you were.
I know. I'm fine, thanks. Ready to get back to... my normal life.
You know, I think maybe all of this is, well, it could have brought up some really painful issues for you. I think it's going to take you a little while to just get back to where you were, you know? And don't even think about work today, because Karen and I can cope.
Oh, thank you, but honestly, last thing I want to do is mope around here all day.
Yeah, I know, but I do think that you should talk to somebody. I really do. But why don't you give Henry Salisbury a call?
Seen you mugging me, twitching behind them blinds all day. Suppose you got nothing better to do.
Are you talking to me, young man?
Seem to like checking me out. That how you get your thrills.
Okay, bye. Bye. Yes.
Good news?
Excellent news. Do you know where Zara is?
Just a wild hunch, but you could try a room.
Of course, yes, thank you.
Good morning, Daniel. Michelle, could you come have a word in my office in a minute?
Yeah, of course.
Hey. Success at last. Lisa has agreed for me to have regular access on designated weekends. No strings.
Good. Fine. Actually, I've got my own auspicious news. The lawyers have just told me that my father will be out of prison soon. It's just a matter of days now.
Well, that's fantastic.
So I wouldn't have time for your role-playing capers anyway. Once Lisa changes her mind, you're going to have to find yourself another bogus girlfriend to play happy families with.
Wouldn't be too difficult. Still, she's not going to change her mind.
Oh, come on, Daniel. How long do you think it's going to take before you screw up again?
Not this time. Not now that I've got my life back on track for good. Not just with Izzy, but the clinic is going great guns, and with Lily moved on, perhaps the chance of a partnership. What's so funny?
You are living in cloud cuckoo land if you think for 1 second that Julia's going to allow you to have a stake in the business.
Why not?
Oh, okay, for a start, there's your somewhat scandalous past.
Yeah, people move on.
Oh, you're right. Everyone's forgotten how you used to sell yourself for money. And then there's your general air of recklessness and your financial irresponsibility. Would you like me to go on?
At the weekend, it seemed like she was still in shock. She didn't really want to talk about him, but I don't think she wanted to be on her own either. They offered to stay over, but she said she'd be fine.
Yeah, I think it's going to take her a while to get over this. I should have been quicker on the uptake.
I just wish I could have saved Ruth from all this trauma. You know, if I'd have handled things differently, then...
Listen, it's a difficult situation, Michelle. I think you handle things really sensitively. Anyway, she knows we're both here for her, doesn't she?
just because I have got my bus pass. Do you think I've got nothing better to do than wait round here for hours on end?
Well, I'm very sorry, but Dr. Granger's got a full list for the next hour. If you'd rather not wait, Dr. Carmichael will see you in a few moments. She's got a drop-in clinic today.
It isn't ideal, is it? Swapping and changing doctors all the time. But I suppose if that's the best you can do, I will just have to lump it.
Would you like to take a seat?
Get your feet off that table, lad. What do you think this is, a youth club?
Mr. Phibbs?
Hardly worth sitting down, was it? Up and down like a lavatory seat.
Follow me.
I've nothing against lady doctors. Only I normally see Dr. Granger.
Never mind.
Hey, take the young lad opposite me. I don't reckon he's ever done a hard day's work in his life. Taxpayer, shells out for it, room and board. And for what? Eh? Just so that he can line his coffers by selling drugs to kids. Barely out of primary school. Tell you, it makes my blood boil.
Then I'd try to let it simmer.
Eh?
Your blood, Mr. Phibbs. We don't want you boiling over, do we? Now, how long have you had this aching sensation in your chest?
Oh, just a couple of weeks. It comes, it goes. It's probably nothing but indigestion.
We can't rule that out. But all things considered, I think we should investigate other possibilities.
All things considered.
Well, your blood pressure and cholesterol are high, even for someone of your age.
You made me sound like a relic.
And you have a history of angina in your family.
Only on my mother's side.
All the same, I'm going to prescribe you some statins to help lower your cholesterol, plus some aspirin and a beta blocker.
Listen, young lady, there's nothing wrong with my ticker. I eat well. I exercise every day. I even keep the same regime as when I was in the army. Press-ups, crunches, fit as a fiddle.
Even so, I'm going to refer you to the chest pain clinic at St Phil's. They should be able to see you in the next couple of weeks.
Well, no time for hospitals. You often come out worse than when you went in. I saw it happen to my wife.
It's just a day appointment, Mr. Phibbs. Now, is there anything else I can help you with?
And the guy doesn't even make it a secret. Scruffy kids turning up at his place 24 hours a day. Money changing hands like there's no tomorrow.
Maybe he's collecting for the Red Cross.
Oh, you are joking, right?
Yes, I'm joking. Goodbye, Mr. Phibbs.
It's drugs, you know. It's drugs, I'll tell you. And nobody seems to bat an eyelid.
Well, maybe you should take your concerns to the police.
Oh, well, a fat lot of good that would do. They're too busy. They'll be shuffling bits of paper to meet the targets, phony targets the government's given them. Nobody goes after the bad guys these days. If you want justice in this country, you've got to dish it out yourself. And then they lock you up.
Well, much as I'd like to sit around discussing this sorry state of modern Britain with you, I do have other patients to see.
You can't wait to see me out that door, can you?
Mr. Phibbs, hi. Long time no see. Hope you're keeping well.
Now, bearing up.
Good.
You're too busy to see me these days.
Well,
So I get lumbered with the ice queen over there.
well, never mind. Thank you.
It was good of you to see me here.
No trouble. As I said, I was in the area. The beaches might not be the best meeting place right now.
How is he?
He's in good hands. How are you?
Coping, I suppose. Got used to having him around. Now he's gone.
Calling Trudy was the right thing to do.
Yeah. Convinced myself that I could help him. I can turn a corner, move on with my life. Why can't he?
You're not to blame for what happened. Without his medication, Smithy's illness could only get worse.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't realise he was off his meds not till Friday.
He lied to you.
He insisted he was still having the injections. Part of me didn't believe him. Part of me wanted to believe him.
Because you wanted to be with him.
Yes, and he could see that. He exploited that.
Smithy could see that you wanted to help him, but he can't yet help himself. Not everyone can
move on in the way that you've managed to.
So, what you're saying to me is that unless I give you concrete evidence of this hoodlum's activities, you're going to do diddly squat about it?
No, I'm not saying that, sir. What I am saying is we can't promise to arrest this man based solely on what you've told us so far. Now, I have logged your comments, and I myself or another officer will be in contact.
And there's me thinking that evidence gathering was the job of the police. I knew this would be a complete waste of time.
Well, when Smithy was here with the baby, as horrifying as that all was, we did still feel like some kind of a family unit. And I suppose I realised that I would like to be a mum one day. But it's a fantasy. Can't happen, can it? Not with me being the way that I am.
If you find real balance in your life, a partner who can offer you stability, there's no reason why you shouldn't have a family someday.
Dear, balance and stability. Smithy would say they're part of the grey dull world, more like death than life.
And you agree with him?
Yeah, I do, in some ways. I do think I have a fear of normality.
And what's normality?
An ordinary humdrum life. No surprises, no crushing lows, no delirious highs either. Just quiet, controlled desperation.
Shall we get some air?
Zara, what did you say to that nice old boy, Mr. Phibbs, when he left your office? He looked a bit traumatised.
Nice old boy. Mr. Phibbs is a miserable old bigot.
And I bet you made your disdain only too clear. Ever heard of bedside manners?
I've never heard you complain. I'm renowned for my bedside manners.
In that jacket, it looks like they might be for sale.
Excuse me?
I always thought it made you look like a $50 hooker.
Well, you're obviously an authority on them.
Your retail therapy doesn't seem to be working.
Excuse me? Oh, it's you.
You feeling all right?
It's just these pains in my chest. Keeps happening this morning. Probably some kind of virus I picked up on the bus.
Well, first it was indigestion, and now it's a virus. I think we should let the experts decide. Look, I'll try and get your appointment at the chest pain clinic brought forward so it's sooner rather than later. In the meantime, you have got to take it easy.
Forget it. Once those quacks start messing around with my vital organs, the only way I'll be leaving hospital is in a body bag.
Don't mention it.
Ah. Oh! Leave it! You lay one finger on my property, I shall call the police.
Should be me calling the feds. They need to bang up old pervs like you. Now you've even got proper goggles to snoop on me. I'm warning you, old man. I find you snooping on me again, you're gonna regret it. Big time.
Enter.
I have made an appointment at the chest pain clinic for Mr. Phibbs, Friday week, 3 o'clock.
Well, he could be dead by then. The man's a heart attack waiting to happen.
Well, you better call him then, hadn't you? I mean, after you finish your fashion show, of course.
Oh, now, look, why couldn't Daniel have seen him? Then he'd been lumbered with sorting it out. Julia, what do you think of my bedside manner? How would you describe it?
I'd say that occasionally it can be a little abrasive.
Well, exactly. I'd tell it like it is.
If you like.
And Julia, what do you think of this jacket? I mean, honestly.
Well, it's not something I would wear, but I suppose it has its...
Daniel said I look like a $50 hooker.
Oh, rubbish. You could charge much more than that.
can hear you. Nearly a month's pension, frittered away on gadgets. Well, my love, if he puts that good-for-nothing behind bars, it'll be worth every penny of it. Ooh, hello, who's this? One of these punters, I suspect. Right. Blast!
What would you say are the cornerstones of your life? The things that give you a sense of structure and belonging?
My job. My home. My friends.
And don't those normal, everyday things also give you a sense of well-being?
Often. Yeah, they do.
Work, home, friendship. Those things don't always make us deliriously happy or elated, but they are, I think, the meat and potatoes of life, at least of a fortunate and stable life. They're vital to a sense of self, so much so that we take them completely for granted. And I think there's plenty of colour and wonder in those normal, everyday things. An ordinary life doesn't have to be grey.
Yes, got you. Must have shot him. I've got to call the police, get an ambulance. Of course, they'll expect me to testify. And that guy's going to come after me next. Eliminate the only eyewitness. Hello? What? Do you want to come here? No. No, look, I've decided I want to withdraw my complaint. I didn't really, see anything, no. Just going to kind of, mind my own business from now on. Goodbye. Look, I'm not going to testify, right? Do you hear me? You can't force me to testify, right?
Come in.
Julia mentioned your concerns about Mr. Phibbs. Did you manage to get him an earlier appointment at the chest clinic?
Yeah, 5 o'clock today. I had to pull a few strings.
Great. Does he know?
He's just hung up on me. He was babbling on about refusing to testify. The man is clearly not the full shilling.
Roy Phibbs. He's as sharp as a needle.
Oh, don't be silly. The man's clearly delusional.
Well, lonely, perhaps. He lost his wife a year ago.
Well, now he's just hung up on me, and I think he's unplugged his phone.
Well, I'll pay him a visit, make sure he knows.
Oh, sweet. Why don't you just tuck him into bed while you're there? I will try him again in a minute.
Do you know, I think that this highlights the differences in our professional styles perfectly. Unlike you, I'm prepared to go the extra mile for my patients.
Get out.
What if he's still alive? I'm just doing it. Nothing's waiting here. I'm gonna let him die. That means I'd have his blood on my hands. What would you do, my love? Huh? Hello?
deal while I'm still stacking bills. Get punk, sell food to the customers. Now I get love crews in the back of the
Mr. Phibbs?
punk, sell food to the customers. Now I get love crews.
What the?
Don't, please don't shoot. Please.
Ooh! What are you playing at, old man? Hey, I don't want you dying on my laminate. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Yuck.
Perhaps I should kick the door in.
You know the old man?
I'm his doctor.
Actually, I'm his doctor.
You better come in. I think he's just had a heart attack. I've just phoned for an ambulance.
Well, thanks again, Henry. You didn't have to spare so much of your time. I'm glad you did. It's really helped.
Oh, I hope so.
I almost forgot. Smithy left a load of his stuff here. I wondered if you'd mind taking it back to the beaches. Just
Yeah, of course, that's fine.
I think that's everything.
Take care. Okay.
Henry,
Yes?
I don't suppose there's any chance that I could see him again.
Do you think that's the best thing for you right now?
No. Probably not.
Smithy's in the best place.
Yeah.
He's being looked after. You just try and look after yourself.
Yep.
I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Bye, Ruth.
What happened?
You had a heart attack. For a few moments, your heart stopped beating. Fortunately for you, this young man knew exactly what to do. He resuscitated you. If he'd left it any longer for the ambulance to arrive, it probably would have been too late.
I learnt them moves on Warzone Paramedic. Lucky for you, old man.
What do you mean? You mean?
Gave you the kiss of life.
Don't worry. I didn't get no buzz off it. You ain't my type.
Almost enough to restore one's faith in the younger generation.
Oh, yeah. Saved by a drug dealer.
I ain't no drug dealer.
Oh, come on. So you're trading those little parcels.
Parcels? You mean the games? I've been selling my old console games, trying to make a bit of cash. The call centre laid me off last month. Times are hard. And what I want to know is, what was you doing round my yard in the first place? You come round to ask for a pot of sugar?
I thought you'd been shot. I saw this fella, and he had a gun pointing at you, and then you just disappeared, and I thought you were just lying there bleeding to death.
So you came over to give me the kiss of life? It take more than a gaming gun to murder me. Hey, I had you all wrong. You ever want some chill time? Need to smoke a bit of crow? My door's always open.
This could be the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Yeah. I'd like you to have this as a token of my appreciation.
Sick, man.
Hey?
It means cool.
I don't think I'll be needing it anymore.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. It was good talking to Henry, but I think I've done enough soul searching for one day.
Are you sure you don't want me to pop round or anything?
Thank you, but no, I think I'm just gonna slob out in front of some trashy TV and get an early night.
Okay, well, I'll see you tomorrow then.
Yeah. See you tomorrow.
Poor guy.
Yeah, I mean, it's lucky I went to check up on him when I did, another few moments, and...
There, but for the grace of Daniel Granger. I can't believe you're taking credit for saving Mr. Phibbs' life. It was that hoodie boy who resuscitated him, not you. You were totally superfluous. As usual.
Well, at least I had the concern and the initiative to check up on him at all. You weren't even going to pay him a house visit until I took the lead. And then you follow me over there only because you're worried that my professional conduct would show up your own glaring inadequacies.
My glaring inadequacies? You should take a long, hard look at your own behaviour sometime when the personal propaganda machine's gone into hibernation.
Well, that's rich, coming from the queen of manipulation. You're incapable of empathising with anyone. You treat your patients as if they're nothing more than pawns in your nasty little games of one-upmanship.
Oh, it takes two to play one-upmanship, even if you're still on the starting line.
Ah. Well, I rest my case.
So you admit defeat.
Unbelievable.
Why don't you two get a room?
Darling, there's been a letter from Laura.
It's definitely her.
It says there are instructions that lead us to her.
See, I've just found out something about you. Something you've kept hidden. What?
Michelle, what are you doing here?
Oh, so you're Michelle, the only one that Laura had a good word for, apparently.
Yeah, we got an okay relationship.
Your respect for patients is abysmal.
Right, that's it. I want to see you both. My office, end of the day.
Secrets don't stay hidden for long.